which is 105.9 now. I think it's not playing Spanish music no more. He was on at 2 in the morning, and we used to run to the radio to hear him play all the Enjoy records, all the Sugar Hill Gang records, all the Fever records. That was basically my first memories of somebody's playing rap on the radio.
Wow.
That was my first fond memories of Magic. And he opened the door for myself and Red Alert. We wouldn't be where we are wasn't for that cat.
Right.
I think what people have been saying over the last couple of days is how Chuck and Red wouldn't be around because of Mr. Magic. But to bring an understanding to it is, Mr. Magic was on BLS from 9 to 12 on Friday and Saturday, which then forced Kiss
To do it.
to have to play rap music. Because Kiss was, people think Kiss FM was the leader of the hip hop in the 80s, but you know, they really didn't want to play it.
And there was a guy by the name of Tony Q. All right, big shout to Tony Q. That's the guy that hired me and read him and Barry Man.
There you go.
So that's what, when people refer to that, is important to the music. My memory of Mr. Magic was always he used, the way he would talk about DJ, the engineer, all-star, the mix, he's gonna put on the mixing gloves, I'm gonna be it back to back, and he used to call himself Sir Juice.
You know, no, and don't forget Super Rockin'.
Super Rockin', don't forget that.
Super Rockin' was so key because Rap Records was around since 79, but the culture didn't become exciting until Mr. Magic was on the radio, because the people think Rap Records started with Mr. Magic. Mr. Magic made the Rap Records exciting because they started to say where the artist was in the club, what was going on in the Fever. He used to use a term, fly guys and fly girls, true belts. That made me understand, like, what he gave a flair. He gave a flair to what people were about, you know, where another radio jock may describe the same street corner as there were some thugs on the corner. You know, Mr. Magic brought class to it. You know, that was key.
I want to quote something that Russell Simmons had told me. He used to manage me, and he said one time, he'd said, between the 80s and the mid-90s, if your record wasn't played by Mr. Magic and you weren't on Soul Train, you weren't really a star. you know, and that was just that's something just came to me. But Mr. Magic was like he was a landmark disc jockey. I mean, he was a full package. This guy.
You ever get his man Fly Tie?
Oh, Fly Tie. Almost definitely Fly Tie. Fly Tickety. Yeah, he was yeah. But he was a landmark disc jockey. He was a full package. I mean, this guy talked about precipitation. The chances of precipitation in the air. You know, he gave you the weather, man. He gave you the traffic. You know, he had the gangster talk also, and he had the smooth talk, and he was articulate. The guy, man, he was a full package. You know, and for me, my best memories when Kane took me up, and I did a compilation album with Mike and Dave. And it was my first record, and it was my first song, and Rob Bass's first song. And we just waited. DJ interview, and I was the first. Mine was Fast Money, and mine was Getting Paid. And we just waited for that world premiere. And that's what every rapper in the game at that point in time wanted to hear, was that world premiere.